We talk about the importance of stability, which is just vital for children and young people, really. Yet, right now, there are more than 800 children in foster care in Camden County alone, and they're looking for an adult advocate. And this is where the court-appointed special advocates of Camden County, or CASA, come in. So it's a great organization near and dear to the heart of our guest, Jason Bishop. He is a former foster child himself and actually grew up to become a renowned magician and illusionist. Jason, thank you so much for talking with us today. CASA is such an important organization that does so much for these children. Let's start with your childhood and why CASA of Camden County is so important to you.
I was a foster child for 10 years. The average foster child is in care for about 2 years, and my siblings and I were long-term foster kids. We were in for 10 years, like I said, roughly. And I was originally in Philadelphia and lived in an orphanage and then moved to different foster homes. And one of the people, Jonathan, who works at CASA of Camden, had seen my story on the cover of Southwest Airlines magazine, I think it was, when he was flying somewhere. They did a pretty good write-up about my life. And so he reached out, and we've done a number of fundraising events together or different events to encourage kids as such. But when I was in foster care, I don't think there was CASA, or there certainly wasn't a program for that in my foster care agency. And I believe what they do that's important is that an advocate stays with the kid, the entirety of their time in foster care and advocates for them, which is a consistent thing, like you were talking about, which foster kids just don't have. It's a very inconsistent way of living and unstable way of living. To have some touchstones there via CASA advocate is certainly something that benefits the kids, who have a lot going against them, frankly, in life. To be blunt about it as such. So. Right,
because the mom can speak for the child, the dad can speak for the child, the guardian can, but for someone to be speaking for the child as the child, I mean, that is just invaluable. Tell us a little bit about your journey all the way to becoming one of America's hottest illusionists, too. Tell us about that part of your life.
Yeah. I was always interested in magic. I remember being 7 or 8 years old and being in Easton, Pennsylvania at a foster home and watching a magician on TV and theorizing about how it was done. And in those days, there was no Google or anything like that to figure out if I was right or not. But looking back on it, knowing how illusions work, I was right, actually. So I kind of had a bit of a mind for it as such. But I didn't really have any confidence. I didn't have people to say, you can do this as such. And at one point, I just got into it and kept going and won awards in Pennsylvania, and then started performing in New York and Atlantic City, New Jersey, and just all over the place. And and now we've had 2 shows off Broadway in New York City on 42nd Street. There's a little debate as to whether this venue is Broadway or off Broadway, but we've had 2 of those, and they've both sold out, and been on the Today Show and CBS Sunday Morning, did a feature, and so it's been successful, and that's good. But it certainly was a difficult road to hoe as such, without any kind of familial support and all that kind of stuff. So.
Jason, it's great of you to use your stardom for such a great cause. It's so near and dear to you. Tell us about your show this Friday at World Café Live. It benefits CASA. Tell people what they can expect. It looks like an absolute blast to see you in person.
Well, thanks. Yeah, it's obviously now there's a whole new challenge in the world with COVID, where live events have been far and few between to some degree. So it's really cool to come back. I think this is our first live show in Pennsylvania, which is my home state, in Pennsylvania in over 2 years as such. So we're going to be at the World Café Live in Philadelphia. I think it's on Walnut Street. It's this Friday. And tickets are selling, which is good. And it's about 8 p.m. And so we'll do big illusions, small magic. We use some sophisticated camera stuff, some gimbals and stuff to be able to get close on my hands and see close-up magic, and then do big illusions and have people from the audience participate. I don't believe anyone's coming on stage, but there's a lot of dynamic magic and stuff you wouldn't see unless you were in Las Vegas, maybe New York City. So that's for sure.
Wow. Looks like an absolute blast. Jason Bishop, thank you so much for joining us and sharing your story with us, and truly good luck with Friday's event.
Thank you.